Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Riza. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already because it really does help a lot. For today's video, we are going to be doing part 2 of Fantasyland Secrets. I am in a different area today, and it is because I broke my tripod. So let me just show you what I'm working with here today, guys. I am working with a giant pile of stuff that I am resting you on. So just work with me. Today we are going to be doing part 2 of the Secrets of Fantasyland. I really hope you guys like this video because I love making content about Disney. So let's get started. The first one, I actually have a correction to something I said in the last video about the apple that is in the Snow White ride and how it is now glued down. Actually, as of what I have heard, it's not glued down anymore. It is actually a holographic apple, so it isn't even a real apple. I'm not sure how much truth to that there is, but that is just what I have heard. So I thought I'd just correct myself just in case. In the Pinocchio ride, there is a painting of the Mona Lisa. However, she has a little bit of a twist. Yes, as you can see in the picture, she does have a mustache. The Mona Lisa is located on the pile of loot that is located at the Treasure Island scene. I don't know why this is a thing, but I find it absolutely hilarious and I love that it's there. The next thing, which is also involved in Pinocchio, are the 3 marionettes that are at the exit of Pinocchio's daring journey. They are supposed to represent and symbolize Disneyland itself. The first one, which is a marionette of Pinocchio, is supposed to represent the past. The one of the cast member is supposed to represent the present, and the unfinished one is supposed to represent the future. In Peter Pan's flight, you will see blocks in the bedroom scene that spell out both Disney and Peter Pan, but Disney is spelled, you know, D and then the number 15 and then knee. So it's a little bit different, but it's still Disney. In Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which is one of my favorite rides in Fantasyland, I know it's not extremely popular, but the people that love it really love it. In Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, when you are going through the scenes, if you look up at the windows, watch out because you might be able to see Sherlock Holmes in one of the windows. So everyone knows about the overlay of the Disney characters in Small World that happened 2008. In Small World, there is a tribute to Mary Blair herself. In the Eiffel Tower scene, halfway up the Eiffel Tower, you will see a little doll that is holding onto a red balloon. That is a doll that is personally made after Mary Blair. If you don't know who Mary Blair is, she was an animator for the Walt Disney Imagineering Company and just the Walt Disney Company itself. She worked on a ton of movies like Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, basically anything you can think of from that era she worked on. She also did all of the concept art and the artwork that is in all of the background scenes to Sleeping Beauty, which, if you guys don't know, is my favorite Disney animated movie ever. And I tell you that in my top 10 animated Disney movies. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It will be with the little eye that's right there, and it will also be in the description below and on my homepage. Moving on to the Matterhorn, which is one of my mom's favorite rides. Obviously we all know that the Matterhorn has a hidden basketball hoop. That is not really a secret anymore. It is very common knowledge that they have a hidden basketball hoop. It is not a whole basketball court. It's like a hoop and a little bit of room. Something that is super interesting though is that they do have all of their Imagineers and most of their cast members at one point go up and sign a giant wall with like a pen or marker or something just to commemorate everyone that has ever been there. Another thing about the Matterhorn is the Wells Expedition. So when you're going through the wrecked area where you see, you know, the bobsled wreck with all of the missing items, all of the climbing gear says Wells Expedition. This is actually modeled after Frank Wells, who was the former chief operating officer for the Walt Disney Company. He worked hand in hand with Michael Eisner during his reign of CEO of the Disney Company, and he was kind of Eisner's rock, if you know what I mean. So that scene is supposed to lay tribute to him after his very untimely death in the middle of Michael Eisner's reign as CEO. Still at the Matterhorn, actually not really at the Matterhorn, but it's involving the Matterhorn. For those of you who remember what the Matterhorn looked like before the update with the new animatronic Yetis, there was a Yeti named Harold, who was the best Yeti ever. I was terrified of him as a kid. I never rode the Matterhorn as like a small child because I was absolutely terrified of him and his red eyes. The Yetis now are insane and awesome, but Harold is the original and there's no going back from that. Anyways, back on topic. If you go into Galaxy's Edge, into Doc Ondar's, which is one of the stores in Galaxy's Edge, and you look around, you will see a bunch of different artifacts. You're just like looking around, seeing everything, and you see a giant old animatronic Yeti. And it's Harold. On the second story, Harold is sitting there just looking over people, saying hi. He doesn't move anymore. He is a standstill as a prop, but he looks awesome and glorious as ever. So if you do want to see a remnants of the old Disneyland version of Matterhorn, go to Doc Ondar's workshop and check it out because it will be worth it, you guys. The other animatronic that was in the ride is also in the Disney parks on display somewhere. If you go over to DCA and you go over to Guardians of the Galaxy, on the bottom shelf, it's almost in the basement area of the queue line when you're almost to the elevator. You will see another Yeti that is sitting there, and that is the other Harold animatronic that is also in the ride when the two tracks split. And that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a big thumbs up down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn the notifications on all so you guys can be the first people that I update as soon as I post a video. Next Friday, we are going to be doing something different in a different land, and I'm not going to tell you because it is a surprise. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! Wait, say that again.
No.
I get. You are so rude. You're so rude. Hello, everybody.
It's a small world after all.
It's a small world after all.